Hello guys, welcome back. So here I'm going to start off with a wreath that I want to make to match the banner that I made. I'm going to start off by looping the burlap to the outside of the wreath form, securing the end here with a zip tie. I will usually start with a zip tie and end with a zip tie. Unless it is going to my booth, I will add more zip ties just to secure it a little bit better. Here I'm going to finish looping it and then I'm going to add the last zip tie. And then I'm going to fluff it out. I kind of ran out of the burlap, but once you fluff it out, you can't even tell. Here I picked up this egg cutout from Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to decoupage it and add it to the center of the wreath. Starting with a very light coat of Mod Podge. Then here I'm going to use a piece of saran wrap. I'm going to use that just to smooth out all the wrinkles or any bubbles that it might have. Then using a sanding block, I'm going to go ahead and sand off all the extra napkin around the edges. This gives you like a clean, crisp edge. Then here using this Distress Oxide from Hobby Lobby just to age the edges. Then I'm going to embellish with this piece of vintage lace from the thrift store. Also using a ribbon I got from the Dollar Tree. Then me being extra, I decided to add these little pearls beads that I got from Hobby Lobby. Then just adding some glue to the back to get it attached to the wreath. Then I decided to add these greenery clippings that I had left over from another project. And it is done. What do you guys think? I really loved how this came out. Here I'm going to start with a Dollar Tree cutting board that was already painted. I ordered these printables from Etsy. Then just adding some crackle to the edges with my IOD stamps. Then just going to embellish with a cute little bow. I'll be honest, I don't usually seal my projects that are staying with me, but if I was, I would use this spray. Here I picked up these items at Dollar Tree. I'm going to glue them together with Titebond, which I wouldn't recommend. I would probably use Gorilla Glue. I didn't really know where I was going with this project, but the end result I really loved. And here, once my glue was dry, I mixed up some chalk paint with some Dixie Belle Sea Spray just for some texture. And here you're just going to see me go back and forth with a brush and a sponge. I'm just trying to create as much texture as I can. And here, once the paint is all dry, I'm going to go over that with some antique wax. just working in sections, and then I also wipe it off almost immediately. Then here we're just going to do a dry brush. And here with very little paint on your brush, we're going to dry brush over the antique wax. This here is just going to make all that texture pop. Then here I'm just going to glue on some more of those greenery clippings I had left over from another project. And I just want to take a moment, thank you guys for being here and for all the words of encouragement. I truly, truly appreciate it. Then I'm just going to add some moss and a cute little bunny from Dollar Tree. And we are done. And I truly didn't know where I was going with this, but in the end, I really, really loved it. What do you guys think? Next, I'm going to make a close shot of this Dollar Tree trash can, which I'm sure has been done many times before, but this is just my version of it. I'm going to start off by clipping off the top. And just going to start forming my dome on top. Next, using these wood rounds I picked up from Walmart, I'm going to add one to the inside and one on the outside just to have somewhere to adhere my knob to. Here I'm just going to make 4 molds out of my IOD molds, the classic elements, just to add some detail around the knob. And here with my hot glue gun, I'm going to adhere the knob. Here I will start adding some glue to the very top of the molds to adhere the top. Later in the video, you'll see I'll add glue to the very bottom. Then using my Waverly chalk paint, I'm going to go ahead and give it 2 coats of paint. Then I'm going to go in with a coat of antique Waverly wax. I will wipe off any excess wax. I'm also being very careful here. My molds weren't fully dry. Then I'm just going to brush on some of the antique wax to the bottom just to give it a more aged look as well. Then a quick dry brush just to give some dimension and bring out some of that detail. It's actually one of my favorite things to do, as you can tell by now. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to the inside. And here, once it cools, I'll just push it into the mold just to make sure it doesn't move. And there it is, a cute little close you can use with any decor. What do you think of my version of this? If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, and thanks again for watching. Bye bye.